Guys, today I'm gonna talk about why the argument for making New York City a carry state is stupid. Okay, so first of all, there are only a handful of situations where having a gun would make you safer than not having a gun. Okay? Like, almost all of it has to do with places that are in New York City. Like, if you were driving, or you were parked in the middle of nowhere, and then suddenly somebody came in to try to rob you, then you might. That's where having a gun might be useful, but that's not applicable in New York City, especially if you're a commuter, or you're walking, or or you're just in the middle of a busy street, even if you're a driver, because it's just dumb. It's just dumb. So that's number one. Number two is if let's say you were completely surrounded, like basically you had like many people and they're about to jump you. But my problem with that is, if you had the awareness to pull out your gun to defend yourself against being jumped, then in all imaginable cases, in most imaginable cases for me, you would have had the awareness to not get yourself in the situation to get surrounded to begin with. Okay, so that's another time when a gun might possibly save you, but and then like it in most situations, however, if you couldn't protect yourself without a gun, then having a gun would probably make things worse for you. Because if you're not able to, like manage distance, aim, and all that good stuff, that like you're not able to fend off like somebody who's trying to take you down or grab you, then you have what good's the gun? You wouldn't be able to get it out of your holster. Your attacker would be able to get it out of your holster, and you'd be in a lot more trouble now. If he didn't have a gun then, before you just gave him one. Okay, so and then there's this like fantasy scenario that I see in YouTube, especially the very pro gun YouTube videos where you're carrying, and therefore you have the opportunity to defend yourself, and in all those cases, having the gun is the reason why these people are able to defend themselves, rather than other means. And most of these cases are what ifs. Most of these cases in these videos are what ifs, as in person gets robbed by a person carrying a gun. Victim is not hurt. The assailant goes away with money. The assailant was caught most of the time, because they were caught on camera, at least. And then in which case it's actually a pretty good scenario. And then the analyst picks it apart and goes, oh, the assailant looked away for 2 seconds over there to see if the coast is clear. Now, that's the situation where the self-defender could pull out his or her gun and shoot at the attacker. What kind of fantasy action movie scenario is that? Like that doesn't even make any sense. I mean, some people could pull it off because they get lucky, right? But yeah, the chances of you pulling it off, it's like a coin flip. If you were dumb enough to actually do it, the chances of pulling it off is a coin flip. And so now you comply. You have a certain percentage chance of surviving, and then you decide you're going to take that split second where the assailant was looking away in order to pull out your gun, and now whatever chances you had of surviving, now it's a 50-50 chance. Okay, 50-50, I don't know, but I in my opinion, your chances of surviving are now lower because you were trying to defend yourself with a gun. And the other thing is, there's so many close quarters scenarios that almost no legal carry person that I know of. Okay, I barely know any legal carry person, but I think there are very, very few courses available that actually teach live drills for defending yourself against people with guns, with your own gun. I guess paintball kind of counts, but that's kind of all there is. So with all of that ups and downs, you could be like, oh yeah, well you carry it, it's gonna one day save your life. But the issue is, am I gonna carry an umbrella if I don't think it's gonna rain that day? No. Am I gonna carry an umbrella every single day just in case? I'm not even gonna wear a raincoat every day just in case. You can see right now I'm not wearing a raincoat. You know why? Because it's not raining, right? So and a raincoat and an umbrella gives me 100% chance of getting protected from the rain, and I still don't carry it every single day. Okay, so the fact of the matter is, even if New York City was a carry state, I think most people aren't going to be packing around every single day. It's just not. I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think that would happen. So, the entire argument is useless, and especially, yeah, okay, I'm gonna leave it at that.